we have a very different result what we are interested. So I'd like to get everybody to be informed, please disregard the computer results and move on to final results. Ladies and gentlemen, as of now, 6 o'clock, we have finished entering data for 1,418 polling stations. And these polling stations are made up of polling stations from the polling divisions and the polling data numbers. From the Western Division, we have processed 538 polling stations out of 750 polling stations. The total number of votes from the Western Division so far entered is 139,139 out of the 223,867 registered voters. For the Central Division, we have processed 470 polling stations out of 721 polling stations, and the vote count at the moment is 135,755 out of 252,901 voters registered. For the Northern Division, ladies and gentlemen, we have processed 311 polling stations out of 400 polling stations, and the total number of votes from the North and Lower is 53,787 out of the 89,212 registered voters. For the Eastern Division, we have processed 264 polling stations out of the 118 in total. The total number of candidate votes is 18,118 out of 25,101 registered voters in the Eastern Division. The total votes processed so far is 346,864. Ladies and gentlemen, the following is the standing of parties following the entry of 1,483 polling stations. Fiji first has 199,982 votes. Social Democratic Liberal Party has 102,836 votes. National Federation Party has 80,733 votes. People's Democratic Party has 11,281 votes. Fiji Labour Party has 8,302 votes. Fiji United Freedom Party has 7. Independent candidate Brazil has 739 votes. Independent candidate Western has 164 votes. Ladies and gentlemen, taking the result as at 6 p.m. Thank you.
Don't shoot them. Yeah.
So that was the results announced just now. Are you ready to do a, you wrote it down?
No, it's video.
I just realized that the other time we were streaming correctly. It wasn't doing the stream. Did it? So now it's.
So, does anybody actually have the? I don't know.
Anything. I'll get just put this. What
This
happened?
okay? This okay, this okay.
Hmm?
Is that it? And then we'll do another one.
No, this is all.
No, I'm putting
Oh, oh, you uploaded it. Oh, this is the one I was sending.
I'm putting videos.
Should I put it in?
Right. So the finalized results are coming up there. Should have been here. You mix that is good. Mix. Okay, mix together with okay, so you can read out that statement that Nick Feathers is
Okay. So Nick Beddoes of Sodelpa just posted a statement on his Facebook page, and he says, "I'd like to thank all of you who cast your vote in these elections in favor of me and Sodelpa. I'm most grateful to each and every one of you for your support. I realize that the outcome may well have put a damper on our hopes of a definitive return to democracy, and you may well be concerned about what is going to happen in the future. Although I share in that disappointment, I'm not altogether in despair. For while we may not have won an outright victory, our efforts after 8 years of absolute rule and suppression have yielded some very positive results that will allow us to build on and ultimately deliver to our people a truly democratic Fiji. Firstly, we have broken the airtight seal of absolute control by the Bainimarama and Kayun regime after 8 long years. They failed to achieve their stated goal of winning 100% of the 50 seats of parliament. For the first time in 8 years, they will now be subject to the scrutiny of the people, at least 17 or even more. They'll be subject to the scrutiny of the people, at least 17 or even more, in opposition in Parliament. All of the documentation, budgets, and finances are now subject to the scrutiny of the opposition MPs. The Auditor General's report from 2007 until 2013 must now be tabled in Parliament and debated. All of the irregularities and complaints that we will submit to authorities will be able to be pursued by the opposition MPs, and the shortcomings will be exposed. So far from failing, the opposition parties have actually succeeded in breaking through the wall of secrecy that surrounds the Bainimarama Kayum regime in this first phase, and in this small victory will manifest itself in an absolute triumph in the next elections. The second phase of our journey is about to begin, and by staying positive and focused on the task ahead, we will ultimately overcome. Thank you again to everyone for your support. And he posted this about 5 hours ago. Um, so we're seeing statements being released now by different members of the opposition. Um, interesting.
Yes. I'm listening to the results.
Anything to say, Calvin?
It's coming to a close.
Yeah.
Basically, it's
Basically, they're accepting the defeat.
well, we had the statement here. There, political parties, I guess they will accept the results and then just work with, see now, just work with
What we have.
what we have.
Well, the people have voted, and I
If
think
they,
it's fair to say that
if they were able to come up with this, like, if they were able to come up with irregularities,
such a
and then if they could not prove it, then there's no way to justify that election is rigged, and that Fiji will not be re-elected.
yeah. I'm actually going to bear back. Oh, I think Ricardo's writing on it. The chairman of the Electoral Commission, Chen Yang, actually spoke to us a little while ago and released a statement. He says the National Federation Party, the Fiji Labour Party, the People's Democratic Party, the Social Democratic Liberal Party, and the One Fiji Party. We refer to your letter of 18th and 19th September, together with a copy of the media release and 2 photographs which were delivered to the Electoral Commission, received by Commissioner Daurewa after 10 p.m. We will respond to the matters you have raised in the same order set out in your media release. The unsecured ballot paper. The black Kia Sorento SUV motor vehicle SR852 has been leased to the Fijian Elections Office for use in the election. We believe it is owned by Tapu Limited, trading as Bulla Rental, and it is one of the fleet vehicles leased by FEO. We have viewed the photograph you have provided and made an internal inquiry as to what documents were put in the vehicle. We are informed by both FEO Divisional Coordinator and the Director of Operations that the documents in the boot or trunk were contracts for polling day workers, and the vehicle was being used to deliver them to various polling stations. At no time on polling day was the FEO vehicle carrying ballot papers. All polling stations were provided with sufficient ballot papers beyond the number of registered voters at the polling stations. We note that you did not provide us with the copies of the signed declaration, and we would be happy to review this further should you think that the statutory declaration would help in any further investigation. With respect to the loose ballot paper, we shall be pleased if you would forward us the original to inspect and verify as to whether it is an authentic ballot paper. 2 seals with identical numbers. This is another issue. It is possible that the manufacturer could have inadvertently printed the same number. However, we did not see how this compromises the integrity of a ballot box. 2. Broken seals. We are aware that during transportation to polling stations, some seals were broken. In respect to the tampered ballot box, would you please provide particulars on where and which polling venue and how it was tampered with? 3. No presiding officer to record. At the National Counting Center, your agents would have observed that when the FEO could not find the tamper-evident envelope containing the presiding officer's record and the protocol of results, the FEO or the SOE, having consulted the SG, opened a number of ballot boxes to retrieve this envelope which contained the presiding officer's record and the protocol of results. 4. Polling station number 532701. The FEO has investigated and advises that this station was a pre-poll station and had 41 registered voters, all who voted. The pre-poll station was issued with 150 ballot papers, and the balance of 109 unused ballot papers has been verified. 5. Large brown envelope. The DSOE demonstrated to party agents how easily this envelope could be placed into a ballot box to the top slot without disturbing the seals. 6. Additional names added manually to the voter register. Could you please identify the polling venue where this occurred, having regard to the fact that the FEO staff and an attending police officer would have been added to the voter register, as it is rare for a staff member or police officer to have voted where they were registered to vote. Name on voter register cross. Could you please identify where this occurred? We know from reports that it has occurred in one instance, and the presiding officer made an effort to ask voters to return and sign off. Unmatched seal numbers. Could you please identify the polling station where this occurred so the record can be checked? Voter register not included. With respect to this, it is difficult to understand if a voter register was not included. How then can it be possible for the presiding officer to refuse the viewing of a voter register? Please clarify precisely the nature of your complaint, which polling station you are referring to. Number 10, Na Tuvu Village in Nakondrove. This was a pre-polling station and therefore did not operate on polling day. They go on to say, you may appreciate that the above is the best we can do in view of the lack of information of the precise location at which all the occurrences are alleged to have taken place. Your earlier assertion that you have been presented with the evidence of corrupt and unlawful practices lacks any substance. Your unfounded allegations have caused damage to the reputation of the FEO and dampened the spirits of thousands of dedicated workers whose dedication and commitment enabled this election to take place. Thank you for bringing this to the attention of the Commission, and we look forward to your further response, if any, with the information we are seeking. Yours sincerely, Chen Lanyang, Chairperson to the Electoral Commission.
Thank you.
I read the entire thing.
As the final, the official result at 6 p.m.
So we have 1,453 polling stations and Fiji Coast got a total of 199,982 make up 2,836 votes, it made 29% of the votes. The National Federation Party was for 18,720. It made a 5.46%. Percentage of votes. People's Democratic Party was for 11,481 votes, which made only 3.3%. Fiji was 8,041 votes, which was 2.30%. One Pizza Party, 4,302 candidate votes, and 1.0%. Fiji United Freedom Party, 1,906 votes, make 0.30%. Independent Washington was 709 votes, also makes 0.20% of the center vote, and independent was 164 votes, makes 0%. Total number of candidate votes casted, 306,865.
Digi First is still in the lead. NFT, any change in NFT? So the percentages have pretty much stayed the same. They haven't changed very much. Yeah.
Total registered voters were 200,867. Percentage of total votes were 40.10. For 6 polling stations, the Western Division was 538. Remaining polling stations, 700. The Central Division, 135,755 candidate votes. Total registered voters were 252,000. Central polling process polling stations were 407. 731 remain polling stations remaining. In the Northern Division, there were 53,757 votes. Total registered voters were 89,212. Percentage of total votes, 300. The Eastern Division, we have 18,111.
No, we're still live. We're always live. We are Republica. Push! You're just the voice. There's no face to go with the voice. Oh my gosh. Napoleon complex. Look at the... I crown myself. There we go. So far? 9? Alright. I'll see you guys at 9. Fiji TV is out. Look at your face. Vamos, 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 vamos. Io. Because it's our live chat. Their live chat. We've got Shiri and Wilson here from Fiji TV. We're talking to the public. They're going for their dinner break. They're going to come back at 9. Back at 9. To keep you connected. Oh, that's FBC.
Wrong slogan.
Wrong slogan. Always number 1.
I know.
I like this photo. Bated breath. Waiting. Okay, I have to go and get some fried rice.
What do I add on top of it? That was my innocent.
Joke.
I have to sort of
Like a new one. I'll do
my personal one. I deactivated it.
can you email me those and I'll reach them after because this is going on.
You want to
Yeah.
say that again?
Just read them, just give me the Fiji first. It says,
You want the party?
just the party. You want to the
figures?
yeah. 6 p.m.
Well, I raised it with him. He said he would raise it. Al Jazeera.
Division with them, no, but did you did you piss?
190.
Percentage?
7.
If they uploaded the video, you uploaded the video.
So that 102, 886,
Percentage?
29.6.
Oh, it dropped, eh? Fiji piss has dropped 99.6.
1873.
7?
33. But he is really disappointed. Like they haven't been able to
Go past the
yeah,
4.
like participate as a party.
Met the upcoming
Yeah,
party,
but
so
but
the results show that they're just
EDP?
edging into the
Percentage?
different. One Fiji party.
Wait. Sorry, I should.
4303.
4303. Percentage? 1.2. Here's independent. Oh, Fiji United. Fiji United Freedom Party. Oh, fuck.
786.
What would you change? And
Independent Bill.
In okay, just put there. And
739.
there. 739. Hmm? Percentage?
2.2.
Independent.
Usually. Down.
Oh, it's true here.
Steady. 10.
Independent Chan. Probably independence though.
Okay,
Point.
so make the 0 point
Yeah,
before
go
the
through.
and the which is and comments after the one comment and it and then 18 yeah, okay, first that's final announcement that is at 9 o'clock at night. The result of our announcement will continue tomorrow
The
morning
final.
for tonight. No. This is
Oh,
this is 6 p.m. 9 p.m. will be the last announcement for tonight of the cumulative update, and then it will be resumed tomorrow. Tomorrow in the daytime. Tomorrow, the results
you sure you don't want to just?
all polling stations are expected to be counted
Okay, let's just say that.
sometime. Until then, we thank you for watching and join us again on a live stream. No, we don't.
Sorry.
We're not having a. Wait.